Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my Europa League quarterfinal predictions. In the last round of 16 video, I got 6 out of 8 correct, only predicting Olympiacos and Rangers advancements incorrectly. But now, the final 8 remain, and I cannot wait to see what unfolds here. Genuinely, anything's possible for every single one of these matches. Please don't forget to like this video. If it hits 2,000 likes, I'll do my best to release a last-minute Conference League quarterfinal prediction as well. Before we get into each of the 4 matchups though, I'll be giving you my best 5-a-side squad for each of the first leg matches on SORARE. This fantasy game offers you the best rewards imaginable, like VIP matchday tickets, cash, signed jerseys, and other unthinkable experiences. All you have to do to submit rewards like that is submit your best 5-a-side squad for each matchday and rank as one of the best users. So you're really putting your ball knowledge to the test. And they've got so many competitions for you to enter, but here are my picks for this tournament in specific. In goal, Aguirre Zabala has not kept many clean sheets in this competition, but I still think he has what it takes to frustrate Rangers. Defender is the toughest one to pick for me, but despite all of United's concerns, I'm still gonna pick the lot. Midfielder, why not pick Götze? He has done bits for Frankfurt recently. And in the attack, I believe in Nico Williams, and I'm gonna pick Bruno Fernandes as my extra player. If you disagree, make sure you sign up for SORARE as well by submitting your best 5-a-side squads for each match day by clicking the link in my bio. Let's finally get into it now, and oh boy, we're already starting off with a massive matchup. Tottenham versus Frankfurt. It's no secret by now, both Premier League clubs that are still in the Europa League have been horrendous domestically. Both Manchester United and Tottenham have more losses than wins in the Premier League. But in the Europa League, both made it to the top 8 in the league standings, and are both obviously still here in this quarterfinal stage. Tottenham in particular did just scrape through in the round of 16 though. They came up against an impressive AZ side, losing in their first leg 1-0, but winning the second leg 3-1 to advance 3-2 on aggregate. All thanks to the hero Wilson Odobert scoring a brace. He truly saved them, as Tottenham's defense, despite being this far in the competition, have not been good enough. Alkmaar's goal in the second leg was inexcusable. To be fair, earlier in the season they were battling a lot of injuries, but in that match against Alkmaar they had Mickey van de Ven and Christian Romero, and their match straight after in the Premier League was not such a positive note, a 2-0 loss to Fulham. Frankfurt, unlike Tottenham, won both of their round of 16 matches against Ajax, their second leg victory being much greater, Götze being the one to score a brace. The German World Cup hero last decade did not stop though. He scored the winner against Stuttgart straight after as well. Some injuries in the squad, of course. A huge concern for some time has been their man in between the sticks, Kevin Trapp, but the club is hopeful for his return in this clash. Obviously, the squad did lose their main man Omar Mamouche over the January transfer window and were hit hard at first, but seem to pick themselves back up, especially in the Europa League in particular. Ekitike has not had the craziest numbers compared to Marmouche, but his contribution has been very solid. Hugo Larsson is definitely one for the future and has had a great rise this season as well. These two clubs did meet not that long ago, and both have heavily revamped their squad since. Regardless, Tottenham were the ones to get the best of Frankfurt with a 3-2 victory in the Champions League group stage. I think this might be the biggest coin toss of a match here. Two clubs that did finish in the top 8 of the league phase, by the way. Both showing their inconsistencies at times. Frankfurt definitely not showing that same grit that they had in the first half of the season, while Tottenham really have not been easy to trust. Can the Europa League spell continue though? I'm saying no. Frankfurt do this. I have a really good feeling for them to excel. Obviously, this really could go either way though. Ange gets Tottenham knocked out of their final competition this season, after winning the first leg 1-0, but Frankfurt win the second 3-1. This is probably the most 50-50 matchup in this quarterfinal round. We shall see what happens though. Moving on now to Bodo Glimt versus Lazio. What a season Bodo have had so far, and they truly have had so many incredible fairy tale runs in European football as of recent. And it's continuing big here now after just defeating Olympiacos 3-0 in the first leg of the round of 16, still prevailing despite the 2-1 loss in the second. Kasper Hoek scored 3 goals in total against the Greek Giants. This side got halted, just missing out of a top 8 spot, but they didn't give up and had one of the craziest fights against Twente, passing through 6-4 on aggregate, now 4-2 over Olympiacos. It has them scoring the most goals in the competition at 24, and Kasper Hoek being the top goal scorer, shared with El Khabi, who he just eliminated from the competition. So if they knock out Lazio and he scores more now, he could solidify himself as the top goal scorer by the end of the tournament. They also have the keeper with the most saves in the tournament so far, Heiken at 50. It was not looking to be easy for this round in particular now, as they have to face first place in the league phase Lazio. But Lazio's recent fall off in form has been quite surprising. Their last win was last month in the round of 16 against Victoria Plzen, who they were expected to comfortably beat, but only just did 3-2 on aggregate. In that match, they won the first leg in. They had 2 red cards as well. but Isaacson scored the screamer to seal the deal. After that, 3 1-1 draws, and in that mix lost 5-0 to Bologna, conceding 5 goals to a side that did win their last 5 matches in the Serie A, to be fair. But still, that's the most amount of goals Bologna have scored all season in just 1 match. How will that translate coming up against the side with the most goals in the Europa League this season, along with the top goal scorer? I don't know, and maybe Lazio will improve in their matches after I record this video. Castellanos will be injured for at least the first leg most likely, and Ravella did receive a ban for this fixture. It seemed like Lazio could clean up here, but the recent dip in form has been a huge letdown. Has Marco Baroni lost the plot, or can he revive his players to glory? Unfortunately, their schedule in between Europa League matches is not looking good in the Serie A. Atalanta and then Roma, this squad could get gassed out. I thought they easily had what it takes to be finalists, but Bodo Glimt not only had those thrilling encounters in the knockout rounds, in the league phase as well they pulled off some upsets, beating Porto on the first match day, to Braga in the third, a close fight with Manchester United finishing 3-2, defeated Besiktas who were looking to improve under Ole. Their only big letdown I'd say is giving Karabakh the club's only win. Lazio cannot afford to lose this, but I think they will. First leg finishing 3-1 for Bodo Glimt, and the second finishing 2-1 for Lazio. Not enough for the Italian club. Bodo Glimt advanced to the next round. Yes, I am going for the upset now. Watch it age terribly though, as I did predict many times Bodo Glimt to fail in the Europa League. Now I am favoring them, but that could easily strike a jinx for the Norwegian club. They haven't lost their form domestically though, and as we've seen in recent seasons, they put a lot of eggs in their basket when it comes to European competitions. It might be a long shot, I know, but it doesn't seem right to doubt them when things are going their way as of late, while they have not been for Lazio. Moving on now to Rangers versus Athletic Club Bilbao. All credit to Rangers for advancing over Fenerbahce. Many doubted the Scottish club with them coming up against the mastermind of European competitions, Jose Mourinho. But what's even more impressive is at that time, Rangers finished with a second leg loss, making it the 4th time in a row the club has lost at home. And according to the commentators while watching the match, I'm putting the blame on them in case I'm wrong on this statistic, that is the first time in the club's history they have lost 4 matches in a row at home. Anyway, yeah, they lost that second leg at home, but advanced with the first leg win away. So in that second leg, they did the job via a penalty shootout. Anyway, that match led Rangers to an all-time high straight after. They defeated their rivals in one of the best football derbies 3-2, and then Dundee 4-3. Still looking for a home win at the time of this recording. I am recording before their Saturday matchup, but either way, it's still impressive what they have achieved in their last 2 away results. The defense clearly needs improvement, but the fighting resilience this club always gives to the end is truly admirable. In both of those thrilling fixtures that they won after their clash against Fenerbahce, they scored a match winner very late into the game. Igamane scoring in the 88th against Celtic, and Dessert scoring in the 93rd against Dundee. It's truly surreal, and now they'll need to pray for miracles like that to happen against, for me, the favorites of the Europa League competition. Athletic Club season has been a work of art as a whole. On the verge of qualifying for the Champions League, hanging on to that 4th place spot. Some might call them lucky for being able to come back against Roma in the round of 16 with Hummel's early red card, but it was still an impressive display against a team that found their form later in the season. The Williams brothers are great to see pair up, and of course, everyone admires the squad's model for only being able to utilize players from the Basque region. It's been great to see Ernesto Valverde return to showing dominance in Spain, and he truly could be the one lifting the European trophy by the end. A downside this club will be going into this fixture with, though, is the fact that they have 2 high-profile center backs with injuries that have unknown return dates. Both Dani Vivian and Paredes are still recovering at the time of this recording, with no return reports, but who knows? Could be first or second leg returns for either or. Either way, they kept 2 clean sheets after losing both of those defenders, so they should be alright. Rangers have obviously been scoring loads of goals, but it won't be easy against a confident, compact Spanish side. And I'm sorry, Rangers, I'm gonna have to go against you once again. I would not be surprised if I'm wrong, but I have been backing Athletic Club Bilbao since the beginning. I said that they would finish second in the league phase. They did. I backed them against Roma, and I'm backing them here as well, potentially in the next round as well. First leg will finish 2-1 for Athletic Club, and the second will be a 3-1 victory for them once again. Yes, sorry, Rangers shut down over both legs. Now for Lyon versus Manchester United. Again, no secret for the Premier League club, they have had a horrific season, could be their worst ever. Their only chance to save themselves from absolute humiliation is touching that Europa League trophy in Bilbao this season. Will the club with more wins than losses in the Premier League be able to overcome a side that just put 7 past their previous opponents in the round of 16? Lyon have the top assister in the competition, Cherki, who racked up 8. He's leading by a significant distance as well from the other competitors. They are an electric side that are capable of scoring loads of goals. Even when they lose, they are still scoring a good amount. The last time they failed to score more than 2 goals in a single match was all the way back in January against Ludogorets in the Europa League phase. Their form is a bit too back and forth as of late, even though they dominated FCSB in the round of 16 Europa League, and even when they're getting the goals, they still concede quite a lot in domestic matches. 7th in their league as a result of that, but Manchester United are obviously much lower right now. The club as a whole have been living through a nightmare, getting rid of so many employees, to the state of Old Trafford, to the state of their performances. Now obviously they just announced their new stadium project, which will take some time, and in the Europa League it's been alright, you know. Surprisingly, they are the only Premier League club that has not lost a single match in European tournaments this season. It doesn't sound real, but it is. Amorim's still probably questioning his life decisions joining that sinking ship, but all will be forgotten if he exceeds more in European football. They also showed dominance against their last opponent in the round of 16, Real Sociedad. Drawing the first leg but scoring 4 in the second, Bruno Fernandes' masterclass hat-trick with 2 penalties. Hollywood has been getting memed like crazy for his horrific efforts in the Premier League. He has more Europa League goal contributions than Premier League goals and obviously less appearances, which is mad. But he did get a proper assist for Dalot in the last match against Sociedad. He has not had the most trustworthy season obviously, but something is ignited in him when it comes to European football. Even last season in the Champions League, he scored a fair amount even with United's group stage failure. I think Lyon are very much capable of advancing here. They have a lot of great individual players on their side, gelling well together at moments, at least attacking wise, but Manchester United just do not seem as clueless when it comes to European football. I think it's safer to back them here, and I'm going to go for the Red Devils to make it to the semi-finals. 2-2 in the first leg and 4-2 in the second, with Manchester United advancing to the semi-finals 6-4 on aggregate. This might be the last time I am favoring this club to do damage in this competition though in particular. Depending on their next opponent, it might be too tough, but we'll see. So yes, here are my matches I have for this semi-finals. Frankfurt versus Bodo Glimt, which I'm sure many of you will disagree with me on, and Athletic Club Bilbao versus Manchester United. Could go 4 for 4 and could easily go 0 for 4 in this as well. Let me know your predictions though, as always, in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like if you want to see me do a last minute Conference League prediction video as well. I will see you all very, very soon. Take care. Lá com nós.